My name is Brianna Buncb with Athabasca University, student ID number 3346036. This is my video submission for HLST 320 Assignment 3, Part B. For this assignment, I'll be performing a teaching session with patient and family, specifically Margaret, an 87-year-old with dementia who's recovering from hip fracture surgery. I will be focusing on the cognitive domain and doing a 3-minute education session with Margaret, her daughter, and son-in-law on falls prevention in older adults with dementia. By the end of the teaching session, the goal is for Margaret and her family to be able to identify 5 ways to modify the home environment to prevent falls. Good morning, Margaret. My name's Brianna, and I'm going to be your nurse today. How are you doing? Great. This must be your daughter and son-in-law. Nice to meet you. I understand that you've been having difficulty with your memory since your recent dementia diagnosis. Memory loss is a completely normal part of dementia. Since your family's here, I think it's a great time to speak with all of you about ways to modify your home environment to prevent falls. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, great. Before we get started, I'd like to discuss your level of support at home. Do you live alone, Margaret? And what level of care do you have? Okay, so you live with your daughter and son-in-law, and you also have home care twice a day. Great, let's get started. As you know, Margaret has recently had a fall and is currently healing from her hip fracture surgery. Margaret is therefore at a higher risk of falling due to decreased mobility. Her dementia also creates a higher risk for falls. Dementia is caused by damage in brain cells which affect the cell's ability to communicate with each other. Dementia can be characterized as a group of symptoms which affect mental ability and usually involve severe memory loss. Margaret's dementia increases her risk of falling because of memory loss, forgetfulness, and impaired decision making. Do you have any questions at all about dementia? Okay, there are many small changes you can make within your home to prevent any further falls. One major modification is decluttering walking spaces. Items like rugs, power cords, and decorative items can pose a tripping hazard, especially with Margaret's decreased mobility after her hip surgery. It's important to make sure that walking paths are clear of clutter so Margaret can safely ambulate when needed. Another important precaution is wearing non-slip footwear. It's essential that Margaret wears non-slip shoes or slippers while walking to prevent her feet from sliding on slippery floors. A precaution that Margaret's been practicing within the hospital is using assistive devices like a walker or cane while ambulating. Using assistive devices can help with Margaret's steadiness while on her feet. She has been using a walker while ambulating on flat ground, and the physiotherapist has been teaching her how to walk upstairs with the use of a cane. She should continue to use assistive devices while at home, and they can be purchased or rented at your local pharmacy. Another important modification is ensuring proper safety aids are in place, such as grab bars, lift chairs, raised toilet seats, and shower chairs. It may be necessary to install some grab bars within your home, and you can rent raised toilet seats and shower chairs at your local Red Cross. If Margaret is going to be home alone, ensure that supplies are stored in easy-to-reach places. Bending down to get items or attempting to reach items on a high shelf can put Margaret at a higher risk of falling. Ensure your home is well lit so Margaret can see any potential tripping hazards. It may be beneficial to have a nightlight or lamp on throughout the night in case Margaret needs to get up at all when it's dark. Do you have any questions about fall prevention? Okay, are you able to identify 5 home modifications to prevent falls? Awesome. These are just a few changes that can be made, but they can make a world of difference in Margaret's recovery. I also have a pamphlet from Ottawa Public Health which reviews the items we discussed and also discusses further safety precautions you and Margaret can take while at home. This information should be stored somewhere where Margaret can easily access it, as she may have trouble remembering some of the points we discussed today. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the best with Margaret's recovery.